dismantled their camp earlier on Saturday. That came barely hours after Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan had issued a blunt ultimatum to vacate the area. Gezi Park, which abuts Taksim Square, has become the epicenter of 2 weeks of nationwide protests against the government. Catherine Clifford has more.
Swarms of protesters in Istanbul's Taksim Square sent running as police fired water cannons and tear gas. Riot squads stormed the square and adjoining Gezi Park in a push to end protesters' 2-week occupation of the area. Just hours earlier, Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan warned police were ready to intervene. Speaking in Ankara at a rally for his ruling AK party, he told protesters to get out before a second rally in Istanbul on Sunday.
I ask protesters with good intentions to leave because that park belongs to all residents of Istanbul. It belongs to everybody in Taksim. It does not belong to a legal organization. I say it clearly, Taksim Square must be evacuated. Otherwise, this country's security forces know how to evacuate it.
Warnings met with cheers from tens of thousands of supporters. Erdogan said the rallies are not an alternative to demonstrations, but part of campaigning for local elections next March.
I think the Prime Minister is dragging this country into civil war as he gathers his supporters. This is extremely dangerous. Clashes will erupt if several unbalanced people would be going to his rally tomorrow, and this will spread across the whole country.
The Prime Minister tried to appease activists on Friday by offering to halt the redevelopment of Gezi Park, the issue which sparked the original protests. But for the bulk of the protesters, this is no longer enough. They're unhappy with Erdogan's government and what many see as his increasingly authoritarian style. Throughout the day, protesters insisted they wouldn't back down, but for now, police guard an empty Taksim Square.
Moving now to Iran, where the sound of car klaxons rang out in Tehran this Saturday, celebrating the victory of moderate cleric Hassan Rouhani in the presidential election. Rouhani winning outright in the first round of voting. Ayatollah Ali